Alrighty, hey guys, AnimeWestReacts here. This is a reaction to One Piece chapter 1114, titled The Wings of Icarus. So yeah, we got back to the cover page, or the cover story. Yamato and the Holy Inari Shrine Pilgrimage, Volume 4. I ask that you complete a pilgrimage to Hakumai. Return the sword to Enma's shrine in the late Yasuo's stead. Yeah, that was the thing favor Kinemon was asking Yamato for. We got her just giving him a thumbs up. And thinking, yeah, the shrine. But alright, getting into the chapter, we start off at Navy HQ in the New World. So the world is shocked. The world's gonna sink into the ocean. And so yeah, we got a bunch of Marines yelling. Does he realize what he's saying, Dr. Vegapunk? You got Akainu with a serious face. So then we see Mocktown, they're laughing, saying, the guy's a riot. Is he trying to panic everyone and take the whole world down with him? How the heck is the whole world, meant to sink, Mr. Genius? And Water 7, he was just talking about the city. I'd believe him in an instant, but the whole world, it'd take a lot more than rising tides to do that. You see, like, water everywhere, flooding, I guess. We see Polly, just, like, didn't say anything over and pulled down. We got Doflamingo laughing, saying, "This gets better and better. Isn't it your job to take care of the inmates, Magellan? What are you gonna do if the prison gets completely flooded?" Then yeah, Magellan's sitting here like, he says, "You have a point. The sudden sea level rise earlier caused havoc with some cells. That was only 1 meter. How many meters would it take to cover the whole world?" Doflamingo says, "Most urban areas would be screwed if water levels rose just another 5 meters. Maybe we should all evacuate. We could always go somewhere higher up, or somewhere high up. Or to Fishman Island." We got, I guess, Shirahoshi saying, "Father," she says, "is it really going to happen?" And Neptune says, "It sounds so outlandish, Jamon." Egghead, back to Egghead, says, "This crazy talk," someone says, "but the world's most acclaimed scientist is saying it. Yeah, it doesn't matter if it's true, it'll cause mass panic and chaos." And so it says, "Enough of the lies and madness, Vegapunk." Then we got the Gorosei, their communication, or their telepathy, saying, "Quickly eradicate the broadcast now. No, snuff out every living thing you can sense. We can deal with the ramifications later." So yeah, they're like, we don't have time for any of this anymore. And so yeah, then we got York running with like a rocket launcher or something, it looks like, saying, "Damn, Stella, did he really spill the beans on everything?" And the message saying, "Please humor me for a moment as I make a prediction. Assuming my sensor data is accurate, a few days from now, as I record this, an exceptionally vicious earthquake will rock the entire planet." And they say, "Huh?" And we got Smoothie, she says, "Don't tell me he's talking about the earthquake, about today's earthquake. Didn't he die after this recording?" It says, "Following this calamity, sea levels the world over will rise by 1 meter. A number of islands will become uninhabitable." We got people in boats. And yeah, guy in a boat says, "No way, he actually saw it coming." And then the message says, "And naturally, many beaches will also become submerged." It says, "This doesn't come to pass. Feel free to disregard the rest of this message." And then you see Kuzan, all bandaged up. So "This is freaky. How was he able to call it?" That's what someone in the back says. And Vegapunk says, "Assuming, however, these events have transpired, then please pay heed to what I have to say. The earthquake I just predicted cannot strictly be strictly speaking, be considered a natural phenomenon. Yeah, you got someone yell. I guess Saturn yelling Vegapunk, not another word, as he's fighting against Lilith and the Straw Hats. Chopper's guard point. Got Usopp, I guess, like rolling all the way, it looks like, and Lilith is shooting him with a gun or like a pistol kind of looking thing, and Nami is like hitting him with lightning. And then yeah, yells, "Get out of here!" And then I guess they yell, "Get out of here!" at Robin. It says, "I've always naively yearned for peace and prosperity," is what Vegapunk says. And yeah, everyone gets blown back, but Robin catches them with her devil fruit, the net thing. See Chopper getting squished. And then yeah, Saturn yells, "Be gone!" And we get a double page. It's Saturn passing through them, I guess, or by them. And the message says, "And that brought me to what proved to be my first grave sin." And then Saturn says, "Mars, what is the status of the power station? I'm seeing it now." He says, "We must preserve the contents of that room." And then Saturn says, "I am almost there. I was fixated on," and then the message says, "I was fixated on my dream of developing an everlasting energy source, hell-bent on driving the world to a bigger and brighter future." And then, yeah, we got Saturn say, the mother flame." We get to see it. And Vegapunk says, "But I flew too close to the sun." So we see this tiny ball of fire inside of a big machine that's like surrounded in water. Whew. And then we got Saturn saying, "We have to," or I guess like the communication saying, "We have to eradicate all life forms. We must be relentless." And yeah, Saturn says, "Not yet," as it's like smashing everything pretty much. And then yeah, we see the flame. It seems to ignite a bit in the middle, or it gets like brighter looking. But yeah. And Vegapunk continues, says, I shouldn't get ahead of myself though." And then they're attacking the giant, and nothing's working. And then he says, in order to understand," and then yeah, got Marine saying, "What is it? We didn't even phase it." Dory and Broggy running, saying, "Youch." Or Dory says, "Youch, that's hot." Or Broggy, I forget which one's which most of the time. And then yeah, it says, "Youch, that's hot." And then Vegapunk's message says, "Where the world is heading." And then one of them says, "We'll be burned to a crisp if we don't hurry." And Luffy's in the air laughing. Then Vegapunk says, "We must first address the past, specifically what happened between 900 and 800 years ago. A century-long period that most think of as a blank part of history." Those miserable, and then we see the Celestial Dragon saying, "Those miserable Marines, what are they doing? Hurry up and shut this cretin's mouth." It says, "Fittingly, it is known as the Void Century, since all information about it has either been erased or lost. And that is true for the most part, but there is one last key to unlocking some scraps and echoes from back then." And then, yeah, you got them yelling, the Celestial Dragons yelling, "Death is too good for him. Bring back his body, I'll tear him limb from limb." And then Charles's sister, I think she is, saying, "The Void Century, what is he talking about?" And we got Saul, looked like giving off the silhouette, listening to the message. It says, "The poneglyphs, those lowly stones, dwelling in various quiet and calm lands all over the globe. The text inscribed on them, once decoded, is our one and only method." And Saul just like lays back and starts laughing. It says, message says, "Our one and only method of a glimpse of this unknown past." And we go to Orange Town. He says, hey, did you know that way back when 20 kings teamed up to create the world? That's what this little girl says. There's the mayor's granddaughter, I guess. And she says, I wonder if this old timer knows about any of them. And then he says, who can say? What do you think, Choo Choo? And he woofs. Let me see, Marigold and them. Or Margaret. Margaret and them. Not Marigold. Vegapunk says, despite this, any attempts to decipher the poneglyphs is considered taboo by the world government, and so I felt compelled to commit my second grave sin. I betrayed the government and studied this forbidden era myself. Okay, and then we got Robin, and then he says, I was fortunate enough to inherit several documents from a certain group of exceptional archaeologists, whatever I said. And that allowed me to decipher a number of poneglyphs. And then got Brooke yelling, Zoro, Jinbei-san. And then, yeah, he says, I pursued this research as far as possible and I have no regrets. History is a story after all. And then say, whoa, the ground is moving. And then Nami says, look, the clouds are stretching. Brooke then says, this must be what Edison was talking about. And then Usopp's like, ah. And he says, that's right. With the edge of the clouds further out, we'll be able to leap right into the ocean. So yeah, they just gotta extend the clouds so that the ship can just jump off. Then yeah, Edison wheezing, saying, y'all straw hats had better make it. Don't you dare get caught by the government. And Vegapunk says, and in truth, I only know a small fragment of this 100-year-long tale. It wouldn't be right to leave you with baseless speculation, so I'll limit myself to the facts as I know them. And then, yeah. One of the giants, Dory or Brogy, I can't remember, says, enough, Straw Hat, it's pointless. And then, yeah, Vegapunk says, the star of the story was born 900 years ago in a bountiful and advanced kingdom. And then, yeah, Luffy's like punching the can't remember their name. Luffy's punching the Gorosei that was after them, says this next move is gonna work. And Vegapunk says, just like the legendary sun god Nika from Fables of Elbaf, he too fought with a stretchy and elastic body. They called him Joy Boy. And yeah, it just keeps hurting Luffy's hand. And like, seems like burning it. And so Dory and Brogy are just like, stop it, you're cracking us up. And he says he was the first man to take to the seas, the first one to be called a pirate. The original pirate was Joy Boy. So, yeah, hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you did, then make sure you hope y'all stuck around this long. If you did, then be sure you like this video, sub to the channel, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.